Hello, good people. How are you? I hope you're well. My name is Rose Mbai, the founder of Farm Nest Hub. We say we go back to the nest. Nest in this context is the family of origin, where you grew up from, where you're raising your children from. And so it is very important for every human being because a lot of things happen, a lot of learning happens, and whatever you learn from the nest becomes the real truth. And so remember, not everything is right. And so that is why we say we go back to the nest. Anytime you are handling anything as a counseling psychologist, I like taking us back to the nest. Now, of late, I've been very concerned because of how people are handling grief. I have personally helped families to walk through grief. And that's why I said I could share this information. Maybe it can help someone, you can help a friend, your family, or any other person around you. Now, of late, I saw a video of someone who went to bury a very close friend. Actually, she was her PA. And she was being rushed. She really needed to view the body for closure. And she was being rushed to get out of, to move because the queue was long time. And when I looked at it, my heart really got very heavy. I wondered, when else is she supposed to do a closure? And that is why I came up with a program that helps family walk through grief. Now, let me highlight something. When you receive the news of loss of a family member or a close relative, the first thing that happens, we all know, is denial. The body is in denial. And I want us to walk this slowly because it's something that we need to help people around. Now, if the deceased, the news is spread or confirmed that the loved one is no more, in the next 12 to 24 hours, they are numb. They cannot absorb anything. They are in shock. They're in denial. Now, I know we have friends around and relatives, and I want really to commend people who gather very fast and come up with, committee and start organizing things very fast. Now, I want to give my own observation and from where I sit as a psychologist. By the time you are going, the day one, you are seated down and you are coming up with the committee, you are discussing the budget, you are discussing how the body will take place. Remember, the family is very far from you. You are planning something, and it is good because you came as friends to help, because the mission here is to bury the person. But I want us not to leave the believed. I want us to tag along the people who have lost these dear ones. At times we are tempted to run ahead of them so that in the name of, no, it's okay, we can handle that. But I think if we are going to help this family, let us take our time. Let's walk with the family. The first day should be, first of all, allowing them get out of the shock moment. Allow them to come into terms with what is happening. It is okay to gather even if you're 100 people, but sit. Just sit, do nothing, say nothing. The much you can do, go cook tea, take tea together, sit around, but just allow them to absorb the whole thing. By you being there, the ministry of presence is just enough. The second day you realize they now want to start talking about what happened yesterday. It's like trying to come into terms. It is fine. It is good to have committees, but let's give them time first to absorb what happened. The second thing is, after they have observed this, I would want to request the committees, because they will never decide. Please, the people who work closely to them, kindly let us organize family therapy before the funeral. I have done this, and I can tell you it has really worked. This is the time we take them through the 5 stages of grief. We validate their emotions, their feeling. Remember, there's anger, there is bargaining, there is denial again. They are in depression. At times they are not eating. Let us separate the family. As the committee plans, let us separate the family so that we are able to walk them through. As we walk them through, they come into terms with what is happening, what has just happened. And then from there, I take people to the morgue so that they're able to view the body and do what we call closure. Now, this is the time where, by the time we're going to the morgue is not busy. And then I give them time to do what we call closing the business, the unfinished business. And as they view and cry and talk to the person, I know this will have a lot of difference in the religions and what have you, but psychologically, kindly understand me as a psychologist, without mixing other things, they are able to do what we call closing the unfinished business. And so what happens after that, most of them, and it is not a day before the burial, it is maybe 2 or 3 days before, so that in case there is other things that you need to, and then I take them through what to do, how to go about it, and I take them through, I support you, the whole family, and then after that, you give them time, we do a debriefing again, and then they go take their lunch or dinner. After that, it is okay now to continue with whatever you are planning. By that, you make them not feel really left out, and also you don't rush them. And I want to commend some community, especially here in Kenya. Some communities do very well because they don't hurry funeral. And some community also, we need to work better. We could do better because the rushing really makes the family not feel like they were involved in everything. Now, I can assure you, and I know you have seen this. Have you wondered why some families, after the burial of a loved one, they scatter? They don't see each other eye to eye. There is a lot of anger. There is a lot of conflict. Have you ever seen marriages that broke up after they buried a loved one? Have you ever seen people who cannot talk to each other? It is not because the family is wicked. It's because people process pain differently. People process grief in a different way. So if they happen to process pain in a way that hurts the other member, that's how people scatter. I have seen the families, since you buried their loved one, they have never gone back. It is not because the family members were bad. It's because the grief was not approached as a family. So what I do is to take the whole family through grief because they need each other to support each other when one is weak. And with the same understanding, they are able to understand. There is what we call parentification. It is so easy for the firstborn or the firstborn girl or boy to be assume the role of the parent who departed. And so from there it becomes, now this is your family to run. Just from being just a young girl, all of a sudden you've been given a whole family to run. Just because of lack of understanding. A lot of societal pressure. Seeing a lady who's maybe the father died and everybody in the society expect her to step in and even resign and to come take care of their father. You know, it is okay for people to have assumption, but there comes a time where we need to handle grief the right way because grief can be destructive. Grief can kill family. Grief can actually make people commit suicide because they cannot take it anymore. Grief, by the way, has a way of even affecting your mental health every day because if you cannot handle this pain, then what happens to you? So there comes at times when we had to handle grief. Honestly, I cannot blame the people who are rushing this video that I saw. But how I wish we gave the family time. Now, when it comes to the funeral day, if you know you don't have time to spend with the whole family the whole day, kindly let us not go to the burial. This issue of rushing people because there are people who travel and they need to go back, so we need to do things so fast. And after everything is done, you want to go fast, go back very fast. If you went to help your friend to bury their loved ones, just go sit. After the funeral, everything is done. Stay around a bit. Relax, have time. And this is the most thing that you need to invest. Don't be in a hurry. Just spend a few minutes, few time, so that you are able to help this family go through this. And so we are saying, because we need a safe nest, let us take the whole family through grief in the right way and the right time. And remember, there are so many promises that happens during the funeral. And I know very well, you know as well, these are fake promises. Oh, we are coming back after the burial. We need to have time now to sit. This is the time the cousins that have never seen each other for 10 years, they agree now. We are actually now going to revive our meetings. The auntie comes and say now, because this family, my sister has gone or whatever, they make promises and they don't come back. The only thing we can do to this family is give them good skills to help them maneuver the grief well. And so after this, they are able to stand by themselves. My name is Rose, by a counseling psychologist, the founder of Feminist Hub. We say, call us. Let's work with your family. Let's make sure that your nest is not in grief. And we are helping you to maneuver grief and handle grief in the right way so that you remain strong, for the purpose of making sure the nest is warm, because a grieving nest is not the best, because we need to have a healed nest so that it is warm enough to keep all of us. Thank you so much. Watch this. You can send it to someone. Call me. We do this grief as a family. We do this in churches, in school. We work with institution and individual, because my heart goes out to all the grieving families. Bye-bye. See you in the next video.